News, my lovely, wonderful people. Tinubu's government reacts to Asari Dokubo after crisis in Rivers State between Governor Fubara and Wike, takes a new turn. Uh, we know, our brother has sent message to Tinubu personally saying, act now, do something now. What you are doing is not right. You cannot be quiet in the face of what is going on in Rivers State. He sent a very serious message to Ashiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. But up until now, Tinubu has not really responded. And this is what Tinubu's government has to say to Fubara, And this is what's his name now? Saying what's happening is not acceptable. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Guys, let's get all the details and understand what Tinubu's government has sent to Asari Dokubo. Regarding the current political turmoil in Rivers State, the federal government has addressed the charge level against the charges leveled against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by Asari Dokubo, a former militant leader of the Niger Delta region. Recall that Asari Dokubo voiced his displeasure with President Tinubu handling of the political conflict in Rivers State in a video posted on his Facebook page. The former militant leader questioned why President Tinubu has not stepped in to resolve the conflict between the Federal Capital Territory Minister Wike and the Rivers State Governor Asari Dokubo. Dokobu, who considered President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a friend, believed he should have taken active steps to manage the situation, particularly in controlling Wike's action. However, reacting to the submission from Dokobu, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, while addressing newsmen shortly after the Federal Executive Council FCT meeting in Abuja on Wednesday, said the allegation raised by the former militant leader is only advisory. Leadership has reported. I saw Asari Dokubo's message. It was an advisory one. Yes, it was in a position of advice. And when you make an advice, you allow time to see whether the person you have given the advice will look into it, will take it, or will come back and decide what is really happening. That does not suggest anything else. That does not suggest that the federal government created a problem. It was only a creation of the federal government. It is a creation of political situation in Rivers State. Speaking on the federal government supporting the FCT minister, Wike, against his predecessor, Governor Fubara, Idris said what is happening in Rivers State is political crisis and definitely not a creation of the federal government. The minister stated that the government is only interested in the peace and tranquility of every state in the federation. Idris said the federal government is always interested in the well-being of all states, and that will decide what the federal government will do. He said, but if you know what is happening in Rivers is not created by the federal government, it is political problem that is prevailing in the state, and the federal government never had any hand in the creation of it in the first place. Those who are responsible will sort it out themselves. So this is what is happening. They say what has happened is just what Asari Dokubo has said is an advice, and that it does not mean, it's an advice. What you do with an advice is that you wait and see if the person will take it. So this is exactly what is happening now, and every single person, is hearing what the matters coming up and what is happening, saying, he has advised us. We will look into it and we'll see how it will go. But he's saying that, they did not cause the problem, and that what has happened is, evident that every single person needs to understand what is happening. So my lovely, wonderful people, it is what it is. And if there is any time in our history where every single person needs to needs to arise. It is now more than ever before. Well, my people, you can hear the first is the federal government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria saying, people needs to take responsibility for the decision they have taken and what is really happening. So this is what is happening, and this is why every one of us must do everything humanly speaking possible to bring this nation to where it needs to be, so that together we can make a lot of difference and make Nigeria a better place. As it stands at the moment, the nation and every one of us are going through a lot. And we need to understand that if Nigeria becomes a better place, every one of us will understand and will move on past, what's happening today. You see, so please, my lovely people, don't forget that Nigeria belongs to us, and every one of us have got a part to contribute to effect the change that will potentially change the course of what is going on in the nation today. If this country becomes better, every one of us will enjoy it. Every one of us will enjoy, the good of, the dividends of democracy. So it is expedient that we pay attention and we do everything humanly speaking possible. What is going on between Wike and Fubara is a clear indication that there are people whose mission statement is to, is to destroy the nation, but we'll not allow that. We'll not allow that. Okay, and we have a serious matter now on ground, and we want this matter resolved as soon as possible, so that the governor can focus and look after his people, and things can get better, and the nation can become a better place. Every time we say people should break up from everything and anything that will not move them forward, and they continue in that way, there is what we call repercussion for every decision a man makes. Okay, there is repercussion for it. What are you doing, and what do you think we can do differently in order to save this nation from the current plague right now? Okay, so please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. If Nigeria transform, and if we truly, if we can truly get this nation to work, then every one of us will really get, we see what is happening, and this nation will become a better place, not just for one, but for every single one of us. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. And from Moses, bye for now.